Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Starladder Season 9, our second of 4 best of ones for the day. I'm your host, LD of Beyond the Summit. I'm joined here by PPD. PPD, how you doing?
I am once again pretty good.
Well, I'm glad to hear nothing's gone horribly wrong in the
Nothing happened
intervening
during the
10
break.
minutes.
I'm okay.
Okay, well, as long as you're okay, I'm okay, buddy. And, well, we've got a good match coming up now. This one is going to be Virtus Pro versus TheRetry, so some good old-fashioned bloody CIS Dota. Always fun to cast. I expect a lot of bodies to hit the floor, and I just want to jump in the draft, man. I was gonna, introduce the teams, talk about their history, but forget about that because this draft has already gotten very interesting, and we'll go ahead and do that right about now. So the retry. Oh, we've got our teams mixed up here, but yeah, the retry actually on the Dire side, and they are going with a very early Centaur pick, which is not that unusual. But VP respond with the instant Tidehunter. Wow, that's
Yeah,
something
I don't know. Maybe that's their
saucy.
counter. Maybe that's their counter to Russian Dota, just a ravage.
Right? You want a 5-man? You want a team fight constantly? Well, Tide will be good for at least one of those. I guess that's the one downside to the hero, though, is the ult has a pretty long cooldown, and teams can tend to exploit that with, like, those heroes like Gyrocopter, Centaur, and also if they ever get mass BKBs, Tide starts to feel very useless.
I bet you could outrun the ravage with the Centaur ult on.
Yeah, it's got more of... What's the travel speed now? It's like, I think it's 900 or something.
I don't know. No
It's
idea.
not in Dota 1, it was instant. Like every unit that was in the AoE got affected
Yeah.
simultaneously, which is also interestingly enough why IG fucked up their combo during the play at TI2 because they thought it would work like that, but it has a travel outwards to it. I'm not really saying that very well, but yeah, it travels outwards from the tide in Dota 2.
Yeah. And if you have that Centaur ult on, it's possible to just walk away from it, I think. But
That could turn it would turn out to be pretty sad for VP if they picked Tide like somewhat to maybe deal with the Centaur and help them take team fights, and they've picked a hero that can somewhat be countered by what was already on the table. But we'll see if that is actually the case. Well, in the meantime, Shadow Shaman comes up for the retry, and in terms of our bans, I'd say pretty much completely standard. Shadow Shaman does slip through. Sometimes he gets the ban, but that's more only against specific teams. So now we head to the second stage. The retry have their offlaner most likely in the Centaur. I am a little curious how this Tide will be laned. Generally, he used to be an offlaner a lot of the time. If you go back to TI2, like Shao 8 was playing him a lot in that role. Quite a few teams were. Well, there was more just solo offlaning in general. And then sometimes teams would run him as a support, like Chuan was playing him at that same event. And sometimes teams will even run him solo mid against certain melee heroes if they think they can get a good matchup. But how do you think they're going to use the Tide this game?
I've had the opportunity to play against VP a few times and scrim against them. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an offlane hero or like a safe lane solo against the offlane Centaur. So
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be mid. I don't think it's going to be support. I think it's going to be like the three, basically.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's definitely not a G hero is the thing. Like, for G, you'd expect, like, a Storm, a Queen of Pain, TA, Puck, some
Yeah.
sort of more aggressive hero. So, for me, when I watch VP, I really feel like G is still the key to his team, as he so often has been in the past. Again, even going back years in his case. But when he's hot, the team just rolls. And when he gets shut down, I feel like, in general, his teams really struggle.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think he is the highest impact player on that team.
Yeah, and that was also somewhat true with LGD International, where when he got like laned into a corner, it felt like sometimes the team just didn't really have a plan B. But
These picks are so weird. I can't believe there's no Nyx or Visage touched at all.
hmm. No, there's a Bane out there for more of like a CIS style support, I guess. But both teams already have pretty good initiation, so don't know if we'll see that.
Pick Visage.
Hero's legit.
Heroes imbalanced.
Yeah, it's funny. No, never mind. I won't go there. But yeah, yeah, I think that hero's very strong. Some people are not such big fans of him, but with the recent nerfs. But I still think he's really good. It's a little bit easier to kill in the laning stage, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the mid game he's the same hero.
Yeah, he's pretty squishy at like level 1 and 2.
Yeah. Death Prophet, the choice from the retry. So, Dire side, really good Roshing lineup already, and a good pushing lineup too, which means, I guess ideally for the retry, they just get through the laning stage intact, start taking towers, then take the Rosh, and just systematically wipe out your base. That's going to be their plan.
Now, does PGG still plays support, or does he do offlane now? Or
Yeah, oh actually I think he's been playing, yeah, I think he has been playing the 3, I want to say.
yeah, I think I remember seeing him play Centaur one time.
Yeah, Android P is one of their 2 support players, I believe. It's
Okay.
been a while since I cast
Oh,
this
they
game, to
have
be honest.
stand-in ZXC from the recently booted from Power Rangers.
Yeah, well, someone was telling me that they've looked a lot stronger with Scandal mid, but at least the one game that I cast of him, he just got crushed by that next KZ Shadow Fiend mid. So yeah, he had a few close calls where he almost got first blood as Ember, and then it's one of those heroes you live life on the edge, and if it doesn't work out, suddenly you're feeding, and that was kind of the story of his game. But let's see
Let's
if he
see.
steps it up here.
Can prove something.
Yeah, ZXC. Yeah, he's got to have a chip on his shoulder. Getting
Oh,
cut is never fun,
it really isn't. It's rough, man.
but it's all about getting that revenge. Like,
Nah, it's all about just being above it and just moving on.
well, that's still getting revenge though. Living well is the best revenge, right? So, no matter what,
That's,
it's
I
always about the
suppose.
revenge, Peter. That's my theory anyway. But yeah, VP's ban out the split pushers here. The Lycan, the Prophet, just the strong pushers in general, but the Retry still found some sort of push in the form of the Death Prophet. They will, however, be pushing to a big team fight combination. The Tide, the Luna, already. The Rubik as well can steal some of these big spells. Well, and the Venomancer. So, honestly, this VP draft, I mentioned TI2. It kind of feels a bit like a TI2 draft. I mean, I guess at TI2 the Rubik would have gone mid is the main thing, but we probably won't see that this game.
Wouldn't they have like a Morphling and an anti-mage instead of Luna? Or is that?
Yeah, yeah. Some teams would run Luna though. Like Invictus Gaming was running. They
I
were the
remember
first
that.
team to
I
really
remember that.
start
Yeah.
using her. Yeah, they'd always go for like I think it was Treads, Drums, Reign of Aquila, and just like constantly be fighting with the Luna early game. But yeah,
Is,
we'll see what
is the
the VP looks to do.
is Venomancer really that good against Centaur though? I feel like
Hmm. Uh, don't you
I
think
don't
he
know.
just got picked more for the wards here, just like help slow down the push?
Maybe that's why.
They go Lich. Very interesting. I guess looking at the retries draft, they are pretty level dependent, and Lich is definitely a good hero to help address that.
Yeah, it's like it looks like it's probably going to be a 2-2, like Centaur Lich offlane, DP mid, and then Shadow Shaman +1 safe lane.
So who would the +1 ideally be at this point?
I mean, they can do a lot of things. Like DP can definitely carry the game, and with DP plus Shadow Shaman, they should be able to end it pretty early. I think they could go for like another Blink or another Initiator. I think would be pretty strong. I wouldn't be opposed to like a safe lane Clockwork or safe lane Nyx Assassin, or
Hmm.
maybe like
It's gonna be an offlane Tide, I guess, is the other thing. So I mean, if they wanted to, could they just run like a life stealer here?
yeah, Lifestealer could work as well.
Yeah, it works well with a Blink Dagger for Shadow Shaman, works well with Stampede or Infest into Centaur, so I think
Yeah,
that would be good for the
or,
lane.
or Juggernaut. Juggernaut could be good.
Oh yeah, and their dire side. So you throw the healing ward there. You've got your frost armor to help you push, and that's gonna be. That's where when you're running a Juggernaut, you always look at the enemy team. It's like, do they have anyone who can snipe the ward easily? And it's really hard with how fast it moves nowadays. But I mean, I guess the
Venomance I
best thing
can
they have
do.
is the Veto wards. Yeah,
Yeah,
but even then, that's not like a guaranteed ward snipe. It's not like having a familiar or something to come in from the trees.
that's true. I mean, it
Speaking of
does.
speaking of Visage, no Visage this game.
I don't know, man.
Questionable for you?
That's there's no excuse for that.
No
That hero
excuse.
is like a carry. Like yeah, I don't know. It just you have to pick it.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
must pick the Visage.
Well,
It's okay though.
The Russians haven't heard you. They have their own metagame for sure, and we're gonna
Yeah,
see some team fight heavy Dota here. I'm still excited.
I'm not disappointed that Visage is in the game. Like this is
Yeah.
fine. I'm just saying, like if I was in the game, I would have picked Visage.
Oh my goodness! And the Night Stalker, the Luna Night Stalker combo. So permanent darkness will be the goal here.
Oh yeah, it's the 10-second darkness from Eclipse.
Yeah, I love that combo.
Oh,
It's a little gimmicky, but it's kind of cool.
yeah.
Night Stalker though, how I guess it's gonna be a Death Prophet mid, which he I feel like he does okay against a hero like Death Prophet. He's not gonna like outpush her, but she can't really harass him on a lane. He can just Bottle Crow. When it hits nighttime, if they gank, Death Prophet's gonna feed. So I think this could work.
That's true. I mean, Death Row would definitely win the lane, but with one gank, it could all change.
And now Mirana is the choice. So the retry have made their final selection, and on that note, we hop ourselves officially into the game, guys, as Starladder Europe continues with our second match of the day. So, in the end, it was... Oh, yeah, we do have in-game sound, just double-checking that. So, Safe Flame Mirana as the
Yeah,
farmer.
it's good. It's a great bottom's a great hero for these 2-2s in the safe lane because you can with +1 support as long as you get like a decent timed arrow, you can always kill the offlaner.
And Shadow Shaman's a great hero to set that up with the shackles. It's a 2.75, should be plenty of time.
Yeah,
And
should be pretty easy to do.
and the thing is, if they're running this offlane Tide, what's he gonna do as a plan B? Like, he's not really a hero that can go into the woods and just start farming
Jungle, just
efficiently.
anchor smash the jungle.
Dude, that shit's mad slow.
I mean, now that there's not now that the easy camp has changed, but
Yeah. I mean, he is very durable, though. That's the one thing. So he won't have to leave the woods.
could
But...
could just roam mid with Gush, a
Yeah.
demon tide hunter.
The demon type.
30 seconds.
Oh boy. Well, we'll see. Arsart, not normally quite demon-esque, but certainly a strong player. So we'll see how it goes. And guys, it's time to introduce our teams. Game number 1 of what's going to be a Russian doubleheader today is TheRetry versus VP. TheRetry on the dire side, a team that is searching for wins here in Starladder. Android P, the Shadow Shaman Nubik, the Mirana, the safe lane farming role. Screen going to be playing the Lich, has just dropped down a ward towards the top rune. We've got ZXC, formerly of Power Rangers. He got the boot. Let's see if he bounces back on the solo mid Death Prophet. Rushing the bottle. And PGG, the man, the myth, the legend on the offlane Centaur. And then on the Radiant side, we've got Virtus Pro with Jodam handling the Rubik. NS on the support Venomancer. Really awesome guy, NS. Got to meet him at Starladder Season 9, and he's just like the most jovial guy I've ever met. Which is interesting, because he used to be known for his flames online. But G on the Night Stalker solo mid. Arsart, the offlane Tide. And that does leave Illidan. I miss his old name, Airman, but yeah, Illidan will be playing that safe lane Luna, and they're going in mid. This could be our first blood. The Death Prophet eats a Gale, and she's pretty freaking dead, man. Can they get the deny off here, Lich? No chance.
ZXC, man, that's why you got the boot, I guess. He's dead already.
They didn't have a ward towards bottom, but they also knew that the enemy team got the rune, I guess. So
Yeah, and the best thing you can do is the solo mid when you don't see the rune. You have to assume that it's an invis rune always, and I don't think he did that.
oh, like you said, I mean, it's harsh, but it's fair. Arsart. Oh boy, no, he didn't take shackles. Okay, never mind. I was like, maybe a kill, but I don't. Actually, I don't. Can they actually kill? I guess they need like close to a 5-second arrow to get that kill.
He's got the Kraken Shell level 1.
Yeah, and the stout shield, so he is quite hard to bring down.
Oh, I never thought about going the Kraken Shell level 1. I guess it's okay. Maybe.
I feel like it depends on the matchup. Like, if you're up against like a melee farmer, I see a lot of players will just like you just get the anchor smash on them and just like bully them out of lane almost. You can post up on supports with that pretty well too. Although, it's tied. Larsard is getting his levels though, and that's really the key thing for him.
PGG's already level 3.
Yeah. Offlane Centaur. It's just like, I feel like that he's just a better version of Tide. You know? Harder to harass, offers the team more utility. Not really quite as vulnerable to BKBs, because he comes online a lot earlier in some ways, and he gets fight all the time. Whereas Tide,
Centaur. So good.
Do you guys run a lot of Centaur? I haven't really...
Yeah, we pick it all the time, but we do it safe lane for fear.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you need to run more of those heroes when you've got RTZ mid.
Yeah, we're all just space creators for our 0.5.
It's 4 protect 1, except your one's in the solo mid roll. Well, here's NS. He's smoked up and he's heading bottom. They're just gonna leave the Night Stalker alone, and this is the nice thing about the Night Stalker mid is they can't kill him. Like, sure, maybe he doesn't farm well, but they have the freedom to go for this. So now PGG in quite a bit of trouble. The Gale's going to connect from NS, and they are taking a little bit of damage from return, but it shouldn't matter. There's a lift, there's a Fade Bolt, and there's nothing for PGG to do, but please go back to the well.
Poor guy. Dire offlane is so unfriendly compared to Radiant.
Despite the death, he is getting good levels, though. Hits level 3. Arsart a bit farther behind overall. I hate laning against NS mid. Like, unless you have the ideal matchup like Queen of Pain or, you know, TA or something, but like you just can't harass him out of lane, dude. He's got 6 armor, 850 health. They just bottle crows. What do you do against that?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to... If you can't kill him, you just gotta outfarm him. And The bad thing about Night Stalker is that you can't push up the lane, so you can't like collect the runes. But
Yeah.
if you just bottle core the whole time, I mean, it's gonna farm.
I guess that's where the death really hurts them now, where the DP... And I guess the Lich helps make up for that. We'll be giving some extra experience this way, but the NS is 15 and 2. G is just... He's actually ahead in terms of farm. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, we talked about G being the tempo controller, so...
Yeah.
Pretty good start for Virtus Pro.
And he's getting ready for the first nighttime, which I still always have to remind myself it's at 4 minutes, not 6. But yeah, this will be coming soon, and already prepping a bit, spamming out the nukes on the 2 heroes in the lane. They're checking the runes. They do not want Night Stalker getting a 4-minute rune. Meanwhile, I did miss a kill top. There will be an illusion 20 bottom, but looks like Arsart shackle into arrow, I guess, and just got the kill that way. PGG, are they gonna cliff him here? Oh, they do! No TP.
Oh, no. PGG.
The plays. With sad Centaur. And the courier's actually in use mid, so he's gonna be stuck here for like a good minute. Minute and a half, maybe. Well, so much for that experience advantage.
I don't think he can die though.
No,
just nice.
Well, why even bother killing him? Just make him miss like 3-4 waves. Push the lane now, even.
Well, at least he has a flying courier though. I mean, that's the biggest like awful thing about the new flying courier.
Oh. Ether shot comes out, and Arsart on the run. He actually sells up, jukes into the trees, tangos his way through, but he'll still go down. This is not a fun lane for that Tide. Meanwhile, they are going to go for PGG.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. They're reserving the Rubik Glyph for if he attempts to TP out. He actually stomps, hits Illidan from the high ground. Man, that Centaur's got some long legs to hit that one. They still got a lift here, though. This is going to be the death of ZXC. He's not even going to get a kill in return. And Night Stalker once more. This is going to be 3 dead. TR just throwing heroes at VP. And VP happy to accept the sacrifice.
Oh, they're just so slow with the Night Stalker and the Venogale. Like, they can't even move, and they just get ran down.
And they can't win the right-click war when they're up against this Luna as well. Already as the level 2 Aura.
Absolutely not. They need to just stay in their lanes and farm until they get their levels. Like, they need the Shadow Shaman 6, the Lich 6, the Centaur 6.
That is the one piece of good news, is that Arsart is not having a very good game, and the bad times are going to continue, it looks like. They'll chase after Android P, but there's an arrow at the ready. Question is it going to hit? Arrow's going to fly, and no, just misses from behind. Suddenly Night Stalker shows up. Android P wants to deny the neutrals. The nuke hits a neutral, and the creeps stop hitting him. G draws off the aggro so that they don't kill the Shadow Shaman, and then ends up getting the kill anyway to Arsart. Wow. That did not go as planned for the Shadow Shaman.
I think the arrow stunned the neutral creep, so it couldn't kill him.
Okay. Yeah, it would have been the killing blow, I guess. They just needed one more right click.
They're in so much trouble. This Night Stalker is going to get out of control.
He's level 6, and there's there's like 3 level 4, level 5 heroes running around. Once he gets the level 4 nuke, oh boy, things get real scary.
What's the Night Stalker build, you think?
What should he go for this game?
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't mind that Yule Scepter build.
Yule Scepter?
I think it's alright.
What?
What? You've never seen Yule Scepter Night Stalker?
I've never seen Yule Scepter Night Stalker ever.
Oh, it's so legit. Well, there's an ult here from the Luna, but only actually hit 1 beam, it looks like, as the Mirana ult was there, but 2 are still gonna fall. The retry, just melting. Armlet's definitely legit as well. They're gonna dive screen here. Look at the Void, half of his health gone at a single nuke. 335 before reduction, and there's just no running. Merciless play from G. Snags the triple. You've never seen Yule's Night Stalker, really?
No, I had no idea that was a thing.
Well, so the idea is basically that when you have a Yule's, like generally in your tower dive is Night Stalker, you know, if there's someone TP's in, just stuns you, it's really annoying, so you just Yule's one hero, kill off the other, and then go back for the first guy. And it's good just
PGG.
Yeah, I think he's still dead though.
Is this the fight? Death Prophet's gonna come in with ultimate.
No, dude, this is not the fight. What are you talking about?
This is the fight.
Go home, PPD. I think you're drunk.
Oh, man.
She loses half her health to a single void. That's how squishy she is right now.
She's got a bracer.
Yeah. When Death Prophet's rushing bracer before upgraded boots, game is hard. But they will find Arsart here. Will they kill him? Oh yeah. They get a much needed kill. And maybe they can even transition to a push mid. Hey, maybe it is the fight.
This is the fight.
Dude, shut up.
Lich. Almost level 5.
I'm so mad that the players are making it look like it might be the fight as well. They do have the Shadow Shaman wards? No, not yet. So, still lacking in that department.
Oh no. Oh yeah, we're good, we're good. No, this isn't the fight. They need that next ultimate from Centaur and Death Prophet.
And the Mirana ult. I do like how the retry, like, they've been pretty cool and collected here. Like, hey, you know, we've got Mirana ult. We'll have our Shadow Shaman ult soon, and we just need to be selective about when we take these fights. So.
I do like their draft a lot, though. I mean, if they didn't feed so much early game, I think it would be a pretty fun game. So I mean, it's still fun, but I feel like they're gonna lose.
Well, it's got that foreboding feeling about it, especially once the second nighttime hits. G, already up to 2k gold. Ags is definitely an option as well. Do you like the Midas build on Night Stalker?
No, not really, but...
I know Demon's a big fan of that, Midas Stalker.
Yeah, I've seen Demon do it. I saw Sing Sing do it in a match, and... I mean, they lost, but...
Hey, Demon
I'm a big fan of the, my personal Night Stalker build. I go Mask of Madness. Mask of Madness Basher, but...
That sounds awful against this retry lineup.
No. It's really good. You run really fast.
Dude, the Death Prophet ult's gonna kill you in like 3 seconds if you go Mask of Madness.
You just run away. Can't catch up.
They have Shadow Shaman and Centaur.
I mean, it really depends on the player, I think.
Do you go it before BKB?
Oh, there's a kill.
Man, you're distracting me here. Damn it. It's that one.
It's PGG. Got the Centaur ult off and just died.
Yeah, and he blew his ult as well. They do drop wards though top, and this is a good trade nonetheless. I think they'll get the tier 1. I guess the main question is, can they defend this tier 2? There's an Eclipse. Oh, they did use the Eclipse for that kill, so just a Ravage here to defend if BP want to force it. But it looks like TR, they use the wards for the tier 1, but they still have this Death Prophet ult. Oh, I don't know about this. You imagine VP might just TP back. PGG trying to go for the defend here. No, he'll just let it fall.
PGG's having a rough game.
Yeah. This is the point in the game where Ice is like halfway to his blink when he plays the Centaur, but not quite the Ice level performance thus far.
Yeah, not if he has 5 deaths.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's a pretty good killing combo that BP have, but...
Yeah, it's really tough
died
for...
5 times.
Supports do so much damage with Luna Aura, so it's like... It's really hard to like have a greedy offlaner against a Luna.
Yeah, it's where you'd like somebody a bit safer, like even like a Clockwork who can just ensure the lane comes back, or just bat go jungle if it gets rough.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Death Prophet?
When is nighttime? I feel like it's been day for so long. Almost nighttime.
It should be around 12 minutes, unless you use the ult already.
Do you know how to work the clock? It's 4 p.m. right now.
Yeah, well, you can just hover over it if you're bad at reading it. It's just weird because nighttime starts when it's halfway through, but I'm like, logically I'm just like, well, like when the clock's about to flip over, that's when night begins, but that's just because I'm bad at reading clocks in Dota, apparently. DD ruined for a G, and the armlet, and the smoke. And it's about, this could be the rampage, the first night rampage. Second night rampage, rather.
Yes, but TheRetry has their ultimates now.
And they're also throwing arrows out here. Johnum's gonna come in, he's stolen the arrow. He could lift and then throw on back, and meanwhile, they all try to descend on this Rubik quickly. But in comes your double damage Armlet Night Stalker. 3 shots, down goes Screen. Next onto what could be the Death Prophet. No, they actually stun him. She's getting focused. The Ravage comes through, keeps him alive for the time being. He's Armlet toggling. He's still alive. He's coming around from the back though in the retry. With this Luna ult wearing off soon, could be in a whole lot of trouble. G is just cleaning up. Double kill. Great Ravage from Arsart to help make that one possible. And now it's on to PGG. He's coming around from the side. I don't even know if he'll get there in time. Lucent Beam at the ready. G's diving deep. Will PGG make the plays? Triple kill. Godlike. The Chain Frost bounces once, twice, thrice. But not enough. And he'll go down. Does he even get this tied? No. No mercy from VP. It's a team wipe. 17-5. At 13 minutes. I think this one's pretty cooked.
That was the fight.
That was the fight, but not the way you were suggesting.
I mean, Lich All didn't come off. And Death Prophet, like, I don't know, Death Prophet, like, man down when they had the stuns on Night Stalker. I think they could have killed him.
Yeah, actually, she did run away when he was down to, like, maybe 10% life.
Yeah.
And so the ult doesn't do as much damage if you're further away from your target, so... Costly. Oh, what if they stole in here? Oh, just Crypt Swap.
Still a great spell.
Yeah. I was hoping to see Death Prophet's ult get stolen. Then their Goose would really be cooked. Meanwhile, top lane. G is just an absolute beast at this point. Ogre Club's online. They do go in mid though on NSN, and this should be the death of the Venom. Yeah, nicely done by VP. Or by TR, rather.
Such a game-winning Night Stalker build. It's no fun.
Yeah, you want that Masquerade Basher.
I mean, you can go so many items on Night Stalker.
Dagon's super legit, dude. Secure the kills quickly, get out before they can... No, it's pretty awful.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. Anything that's not good, you can get behind, it seems. Wow, great Centaur ult from PGG. Oy, oy, oy.
Space created.
Well, now they don't have a Centaur ult for this fight that could be coming in, and Jotum's just fishing for an opening. They'll rotate in the Mirana. Rubik stole the wards. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Well, I think we're going to see a tier 1 tower push here by VP, thanks to the new ultimate for Rubik.
They have wards, they have Tide ult, level 2 Eclipse, and a blink on the Tide. The only thing they're missing is this Venom ult. That's it. They can just go tier 2s if they want, honestly.
Yeah, they're saving all their... They're saving the Shadow Shaman wards.
And the tier 1 top is kind of your safe play, but let's see if they even bother with that. No, they say, let's just break down the front door and bust into their base as early as possible. Pop the Night Stalker ult. It's already level 2, I believe. Yeah, it is. And now Android T is probably dead. G's gonna find him from the backside. This will be a two-shotter. Yeah, the Void into 2 shots. And there's still a Blink Ravage ready. They actually did drop the wards here. Yep, that's a tier 2 down. And there's just nothing the retry can do. They can't split push that quickly. They can't fight.
Yeah, they're in big trouble with BKB on Luna now.
And there's smoke. They smoke under the smoking carcass of the enemy tier 2. And now they'll go top. And PGG is going to be on the menu.
I'm sure he knows they're coming.
7. Well, what's he gonna... No.
You don't have a TP, PGG, huh?
Oh, boy. I think he TP'd into that tower.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Just another kill for...
It's just not his day.
He's 0-7 with 0 assists as Centaur. Not been a good game for PGG.
Well, to be fair, they only have 6 kills.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. Well, mid lane, G's gonna go into 3. There's a Hex to start this off. They need that Shackle. Oh, I don't know if they could have killed him anyway, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, all the ultimates are up for retry. It's time to purchase a smoke. Take a battle.
Put your combat pants on. It's time to go.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Don't worry about that BKB on Luna, guys.
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman will get to him first.
Nubik's gonna waltz in here and just watch the Luna. And now they're rotating in bottom. They've taken the tier 1 top. VP, they just want to systematically demolish the outer defenses here for TR. And the arrow's going to be slightly off the mark. Which means now Elusive Beam comes out, and now the push commences in earnest. But it's not a full push. They're actually wanting to go on PGG again top with 2. Maybe hoping... Are they just hoping to steal the Centaur ult? Oh no, they're just going to lift him. They'll just go on him now. The wards come out from the Rubik, and they force out an early Centaur ult. Then it gets stolen, and Jotum pops it immediately, so the team can go in bottom. Luna nails the Eclipse. It blows up Android P. Oh, that Rubik play. Pretty spicy, I must say. Now on the screen, there's a Gush. Ravage to cancel the TP. No, just a Void. This Rubik. That was some plays from Jotum.
That was pretty nice. But he missed the ward trap.
Yeah, that would have been the... I guess then PGG might not have used his ult, though. Arrow's gonna fly point blank. Illidan will fall.
Nice.
That's a pretty big kill. But
It's a huge
PGG's
kill.
still pushing top.
What about G, though? Oh.
DXC does make it out alive. Suddenly there's a BKB on this Night Stalker. And now there's really not much to do but die when he runs at you.
Dire's top tower
PGG's just waltzing around in the mid lane.
He's almost got his blink. Great recovery.
The problem is now the BKBs are starting to come out though. There's already 2.
Dire's structures are
And Centaur's
fortified.
initiation is not like that instant blink stun before they react. Arrow to fly. Oh, it's gonna nail Jottam. This Potom nails the arrow, gets a double kill. Nubik turning this game around. 2 down. And they're still looking to fight this. She's like, I got a DD. I'll carry this 1v5. No problemo. Ravage there. Screen's gonna mount. PGG will be next on the menu. Unless he TP's out. Stops for the tower. That's gonna let PGG get out. Could have had both if he did it the other way. Oh, now they've dropped his Death Prophet ult.
Meanwhile, Roshan.
Is this a comeback? TR clawing their way back in?
I don't know, that last Ravage was pretty massive.
Yeah, that was a big double kill. And Marana, who was having a good streak, went down.
Oh no.
Oh
Death
boy.
Prophet.
Oh boy. This is 2 Aegis. This is an Aegis and another dead. This will be a
Really, really
2-for-1 special. Look at you, dude. Look how hard he hits. 350 damage with that DD online.
Dire's
Well,
bottom
not
tower
quite.
is
Close
under
to it, though.
attack.
Just imagine if you had Mask of Madness. How many hits you would have got
Oh, I
there.
think it's great now, after you've got the BKB armlet.
Oh, yeah.
I think Mask Madness is good once you got BKB. There's still the Death Prophet ult, but at least you won't just be hex once and die.
Alright, base push here. What do they got? You got Centaur ult, Lich ult.
Nothing on the Rubik except, well, he's got the Blink Dagger. And then Arrow's gonna fly, connects on Illidan. Chain Frost comes flying in, but it bounces only to creep. Some awful luck for the retry, and then they just jump in. And they forgot about the G problem. He hasn't been solved. It is daytime, though. That might keep him alive. They didn't
This isn't
actually
bad.
break base
This
here.
isn't bad.
Artsart dropping low. He's got some stick charges, and not even gonna get them off. Next on to Jottam, he can blink out in just 1 second. He'll do it. But PGG comes in,
at
looking for the
PGG.
dunks, the plays, but G just turns
Nice.
around, rips his head off, and bites into it, and it's okay. Nubik will clean up 26-12. Just a
Dire's
gargantuan
middle barracks
bloodbath
are
of a
under
game.
attack.
I mean, I have not been disappointed, though, Peter, I gotta say. 26-12, not even 20 minutes in. This is true Russian Dota. Almost 2 kills a minute.
I mean, PGG doesn't mess around. Just gets in there.
It's like anything to pad the kill score, even if it means throwing my own life away 8 times.
He got 2 assists that fight. That was pretty good.
Yeah, he actually had a nice stomp there to initiate.
He's
They
much more
got-
useful than
they-
his other.
They also
7
got
deaths.
really unlucky with the Lich Chain Frost, I feel.
Yeah, I mean it was, but they still killed the Luna instantly before BKB, so that was pretty good.
Meanwhile,
wow.
Jottam just casually gets picked off. He blinked into the trees, but he blinked right here, and Murata just casually followed him.
That's nice. Nubik's owning.
Yeah, I feel like Nubik's been the story of this game for the retry. What is the score now? 6-2-4. As I say, he's been the story of the game for the retry. G is 51-3, so they've got that going for them. But a blink! Ravage on for Eclipse follow-up! Everybody melts! CXE next on the menu, and that's a triple kill for Illidan. All of it set up by just a sensational Ravage from Artsart. Well, the retry of 0 BKBs, and, well, actually 1 now on Marana, but
Dire's bottom
none for
tower
that
has
particular
fallen.
engagement, and that's where Tide just does work.
Yeah, that was. I didn't catch the beginning of the fight, but saw the end of it. It's pretty ugly.
Yeah, I just showed Luna popped Eclipse and then Tide blinked Ravage like right after that. So, otherwise, the Eclipse was mostly gonna miss, I think. But yep, it hit in the end, that's for sure.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
They're gonna lose barracks here. No glyph. They're definitely losing rain tracks.
Yeah, that they are, my friend. Arrow to
But
fly.
PGG's up. Get in
got
there,
his
dude.
ult.
Middle barracks has fallen.
They've got the Shadow Shaman ult as well, but already the Rex are gonna blink in, stomp on 5, and then the Chain Frost starts the bouncing, but the Venom ult comes out. The Chain Frost bounce, bounce, back and forth it goes. Is it enough though? Even with the perfect 5-man stomp, it's 3 dead. It is enough. 3-2 though, not a clean sweep. And Artsart cleans up one on the backside. Suddenly, G gets another on the front side. Or actually, it's
Arrow.
the Veno.
The arrow.
Gonna connect on Artsart. This will be 4 dead. They did lose Rax for this, but hey, the retry, showing us a pulse, making it interesting. Artsart on the run. He tries to go up and down the cliff, but there's no juking. Unfortunately, it's gonna be the full 5-man wipe the other direction. It feels. G dropping low.
Where is it? He's got him.
Oh, can't actually get the kill, but is there a gem pickup? Oh, he's baiting this one out. ZXC, meet your maker.
God kills them all.
God kills them all indeed. 17-1-4. Holy shit. Hmm.
You had a pretty good game.
I missed casting proper Russian Dota. Like, I've cast some CIS games, but they did not deliver. This one has delivered.
This one's definitely delivered.
We've had some...
I would be disappointed if PGG wasn't 0-10.
I know, right? It's like, who are you and what have you done with my PGG? Well, I still think it's going to be tough for the retry. Sure, they get some nice kills there. With the 5-hero hoof stomp on top of it all, but... I mean, just look at the item progression. Suddenly there's a reroute on the Night Stalker.
Almost got a mech on Lich. You almost got almost BKB Death Prophet.
Well, now there's a pipe on this side. That's gonna be tough. And they have no real great way to deal with the tide. They don't have that much burst damage. Nothing that's gonna deal with... There's no Doom here, so the Kraken Shell is always gonna be an issue. It's tough.
Radiant's bottom tower is
It's like, what's the
under
play
attack.
here?
Yeah, what is...
Roshan.
Well, hey, you're the expert, man. What's the play
Yeah,
there?
let me think for a second. My expertise. Think I would smoke up and go for tier 1 tower bottom.
Ah, well, brilliantly enough, TR are following your advice to the T. You totally came up with that on your own.
Great smoke.
Great smoke.
Radiant's bottom
Look, I think they
tower
should
is
just
under
hit a
attack.
5-man hoof stop mid and win a team fight. After the hoof stop comes out, but... Unfortunately for VP, they did miss this double damage rune top, which would really help them to get another 4 or 5-man kill for G. But that's no matter. They'll keep on pushing.
That tower does give them their items, so...
See if it makes a difference here. Yeah, the mech comes out, the double BKB's out, but this is where VP just have a lot of physical damage, and well, the BKBs will help, but potentially, but not a full-scale solution either.
Dire's top tower is
Got
under
some Frost Armor up on PGG. They're gonna pop their Mirana ult, but there's a gem on NS, and he's close enough that this initiation will be hard to come by. They'll look for an arrow to start it off. Will Nubik get it? He's been good so far, but he's got to be even better.
That ward inside the base is going to be the bane of their team fight.
Ah, yeah. And the tower's dropping pretty low. Arrow to fly,
arrow,
and
there it
it
is.
did connect, but it was stolen. Now a blink back on in. The Ravage comes through. Nail screen, but the BKBs came out from PGG's team. Maybe in the nick of time to turn this fight. The wards are not going to be enough. Android P hexing up Arsart. They bring the Tidehunter low. He goes into the trees, tries to juke for what he's worth, but PGG just stomps him down. G comes in, brings down 2, and then shot him with the cleanup. No! It's a double ultra kill. ZXC gets 1. The other going to the Luna, and it's a rampage! The retry defend high ground. And
Wow.
boy, do they ever. Wow.
Stand-in.
Wow.
Stand-in, making the plays.
Well, we questioned him, and I think quite fairly, but that was a statement defense from ZXC there.
Yeah, and I think they used, how many buyouts? Let's see, they used 2 buyouts on
Okay.
Centaur and Mirana.
Yeah, I
But
didn't even catch those in the midst of the chaos, to be honest.
It was pretty chaotic.
They got a gem. They got a gem,
got
too.
gem. That's nice.
That's not bad. Well,
They're back.
a lot of that came down to the BKBs getting off before the Ravage connected.
And
both
Arrow.
of them. Yeah, I
Arrow
think
getting
both of them
caught by
hit.
Luna.
Yeah, Luna was the catcher there. She really, she got snagged that one out of thin air. They even had the ward too, with the Benno with the gem was like somewhere over there, I think. But I guess maybe just slightly out of vision of the Mirana.
I think they just need to, if they just want to play it safe and finish the game, they wait for Luna's Butterfly, and then they just go Roshan, and then they go in the game.
Yeah, despite the what looks like a huge win for the retry, as you mentioned, there's 2 buybacks and still gold experience in terms of amounts earned. Pretty stable. There's a slight dip, but that's where TR used some buyouts. So especially in terms of gold, that's a bit misleading.
Radiant's
Okay,
middle
we'll go for a
tower
tier
is
1 mid
under
though.
attack.
Orthotic
Radiant
lift, they'll
structures
retreat
are
out,
fortified.
and suddenly G's got a heart. 3,000 health.
Yeah, he's pretty tough to kill.
Yeah. The thing with the armlet build as well is like you don't really want to ignore him either. When he turns this thing on, he'll be hitting for like 280 to 300 a pop. And with some pretty good attack speed to boot.
They're just going mid.
PGG's gonna backdoor the tower. Maybe
I
kill
mean,
the
that's
courier.
just... Oh yeah, he wants the courier.
Radiant's middle
PGG,
tower
it's
is
1,
under attack.
2. We'll have to blink for this. Oh, he gets fogged! Oh, PGG. Come on, my man. Oh, they'll push in mid now. They pop the pipe. maybe a tiny bit early, but there's no glyph here on the Dire. It might be long enough to get the Rex. Arrow to fly, Illidan.
Dire's
Will
top
juke out of
tower
that
has
one.
fallen.
Mirana has no arrow now. Does have the stolen gem, and the Centaur
there
jumps in, but the Eclipse comes out. Illidan was quick on the trigger there, and now the Rubik, he's stolen the wards as well, so they have a level 2 ward for this fight. The Chain Frost starts bouncing. As the pipe wears off, it bounces very well, but just not well enough. It just doesn't do enough damage now with the butterfly not even needed. Just the heart cleaning up the Centaur on the backside. A blink on in from the Tide. He'll tank a Shackles. The wards that were stolen get dropped. Android P's gonna out. And now G wants his ultra kill. I don't think he can get this though. He's gonna die to ZXC if he tanks this ult for too long. Arrow hits on Arsart. Mirana leaps forward. Then can't get the kill. Nobody's gonna die. We got 3 heroes just living by a hair, by a thread. 5 heroes actually with no HP. And ZXC gets completely baited into this, thinking he can get all 5. Gets none. Pays with his life, and that's gotta be it. VP. They didn't make it easy on themselves, but they've done it. And GG from PGG. Yikes. Can't even come up with words for this game.
Has fallen.
Easy.
GG. Well played.
Victory.
There you go. Ooh, 43 to 22. 29-minute game. It felt like a 5-minute game with all the action. Just non-stop slugfest from both squads. And in the end, G pads his stats with a 25-2-4 Night Stalker performance. Fell off a bit at the end, but this game really had it all, Peter. It had the Death Prof. It had the trials and tribulations of ZXC mid, then the comeback player moment with the Rampage, and then the sad nail in the coffin.
Some good defenses by the TR. They just didn't get rolled over. Made for some good quality casting and good Dota.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining me for said good Dota, guys, and or Peter, and of course, guys, don't go anywhere because we've got more action coming your way soon. Starladder Season 9 will continue after a short commercial break. Coming up next, we are going to have Relax versus TheRetry, so PGG and friends, they don't get any time to rest. They'll be right back into it after this break. Stay tuned.